Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. I have a few songs that I want to record, but I cannot find bandmates. Well, do you want to record your songs or do you want to start a band? Because these are two different things. Obviously, they can go together, like if you have a band, you can record songs all together, write songs all together, but they're not necessarily the same thing. I will kind of a little bit arbitrarily suppose that you assume that you want to record your songs because this is what you said in your question, and I will answer that specific part. So let's get started. For a start, I know you're going to do everything for free, okay? All of us do, but the best advice I want to give you is stop trying to do things for totally free. You can find really, really good prices, but not for free. So don't be a chippy on that part, which means you need to find some people and then pay them to help you with your music, to record your songs. The best way to do this right now is through Facebook. You should try to contact young players that are willing to try out their skills and do stuff and work more hours than a seasoned professional would. And also, very, very important, pay attention to this one, only work and contact players after they have confirmed that they have a home studio and they do their work in the studio, in their own home studio. This is very, very important, okay? This is a very easy way to really blow off all your money if you're not making sure you have this straight. So for example, let's say you talk to a drummer and the drummer tells you, sure, I can do this track for $50 plus studio fee, which means he will go to the studio and then record himself. And what happens if he goes there for 4 hours, very normal, and he records all the tracks for your song or for your songs, and then he takes $50 for the tracks and the studio takes another $200 for the studio time. Now what happens is that you thought you're going to be paying only $50, but because he had to go to a studio, you did pay him $50, but now you have to pay another $200 to the studio. So, very important, only work with players that have their own home studio and they can record their music, their parts in their own home studio, so that you only have to pay for them, for their playing, and not for the outside studio. Let's move on. The next thing you need to do is to use a home studio, not necessarily yours, to mix and master your tracks. What I would do is I would find a producer, a person who can mix and master my tracks somewhere close to me geographically, and I would go there and follow him while he's doing the mixing and the mastering of the tracks. This would be a huge learning process. I remember when I did it for my first instrumental CD, it was amazing, being there on the studio while the producer was mixing and arranging everything. We also had the chance to make minor corrections that I would need to be there and have a guitar with me, so that helped as well. But it was very important that I was there while this was being done, because I was quick to make corrections that didn't take him to a wrong direction. And also the fact that I was right there, it was very huge learning opportunity for me. Now the studio that I went to was not a home studio, it was a regular studio, but it was owned by the guy, the producer. So I was basically only paying him for his time a decent rate, and for the use of the studio, it was a very, very low price. If you're a beginner, and I was not a beginner at the time, okay, you should probably go to a home studio. Do the same thing, just go to a home studio, and this would be the best idea. And now we're moving to the most important mindset thing. You have to see this whole thing as a learning experience. Keep your expectations low, don't get discouraged, don't get disappointed if it hasn't lived up to your expectations. You are learning, you're supposed to be learning this process. Recording music, composing music, creating a finished product is also a learning process. It's not just that you practice your guitar and you write a song in your mind and now it magically appears ready to hit the music charts. It is also a very big process. So take your time with it. Don't get disappointed. This is the worst thing that can happen. Losing a little money is not big. It's not a big deal. But being disappointed and saying, "Oh, I cannot do this," this is a very big deal. So don't be disappointed. Try it with one song in the beginning, then try another song, and with every next song you're releasing, you're gonna be a little bit better. Some of the people you used for the first song are gonna be great, and you're gonna keep them. Some of the people you used for the first songs are gonna suck, so you're gonna find other people to work with, and song by song you will be building your knowledge and your skills on how to negotiate with other musicians, skills on how to talk and how to communicate your musical ideas and everything. So every song you release is going to be better and better. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, make sure you send me your questions and I will do my best to answer them in upcoming videos. Bye bye.